Hi guys, it's Saturday evening still. Uh, I didn't plan on quitting my part-time job this evening, but after what I was witnessing, I had to take action because it made me feel so uneasy. Within the first half hour, I discovered that there's a big difference between myself, the employees, and the management where my part-time job is at this mobile gas station and a mini mart. So anyways, before I continue, I want to say thank you for subscribing to my channel, and to all those visitors checking out my channel for the first time. If something here resonates with you, then please consider unsubscribing. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share. We'll be right back with more. So anyway, I had a great day today, this Saturday morning. I was feeling festive. I was looking forward for my second day on my part-time job here, which, although I didn't notify them of, was only going to be temporary for the next maybe 2.5 to 3 months possibly before I relocated. But the things I witnessed today when I went on my part-time job is, to me, unacceptable. And immediately I felt an indifference within the people I work with and management. So I walk in, and this young girl who works there full-time was visibly upset and using profanity and not in a good mood because the drink fountain had overflooded and it was overspilling into the sales floor. So she immediately locked the doors, and there's customers outside that want to get in and cars pumping gas. So I asked her to let me handle the cleanup since I'm new anyways, and she knows how to work the register and all that. And she was visibly angry, and I tried to reassure her to tell her, just calm down, relax, go take care of the customers, and I'll take care of the situation here where the soft drinks was overflowing and had left a puddle on the floor. So as I'm mopping up and cleaning up and putting a barricade there and taping off that soda fountain so customers don't use it until we can find out what's going on with it, some guy who's been hanging around on the outside walked in and immediately had a long straw, and he stuck it into the water, into the soft drink fountain, and began to blow into it. When I saw this, I immediately felt not comfortable with it. I don't know him. The guy looked a little bit grubby. His feet was very, very dirty. He was unshaving. And he was there yesterday when we closed, just hanging out outside and talking to one of the employees there up until we closed. And he was trying very hard to start a conversation with me. But to me, being polite, I didn't want to just cut him off. But anyways, he was there today doing what I just described, and I really felt uncomfortable because, to me, hygienically, it was not good. Putting a straw down the fountain and blowing into it, trying to unclog it, I guess. I told him I'd appreciate it if he stopped doing that, because I want to clean up that whole area on the floor. And he said it was okay, that he did it all the time, and the manager knows. Okay, so the manager knows, but to me, he wasn't an employee. He wasn't on the payroll. Does that look professional to you guys? He looked like a vagrant hanging out in the parking lot. He comes in with a straw blowing into the water fountain. It didn't look very sanitary to me at all. It didn't look very sanitary. So immediately he stopped and he went and told the young girl I was working with that I'd been there for a few months. And then she comes up to me. He said that it's okay with the manager. And so she called up the manager to tell her that I made the guy stop doing that. So the manager speaks to me and tells me that it's perfectly fine, that to let him do that. But the guy doesn't work there. He's not on the payroll. I felt so uncomfortable with their decision on that, because they can bring in professional people to deal with a situation that's better equipped to do that, right? So I didn't like it that this young girl that I was working with was very high-strung. Since yesterday, she was very, very high-strung, sharing her concern about how there are druggies outside and it's not her job to police them, and using profanity near the customers. It went on for the full length of time that I was there. And today it was pretty much the same thing with her. And it didn't strike a chord with me. It made me feel very on the edge. And I have over 20 years of customer experience, and here I am listening to this garbage. Is this how I want to spend the next 2.5 to 3 months before I leave from Florida, to tolerate and put up with? I don't think so. So immediately I told her, I'm done. This isn't for me. And I just left. You know, I'm not that desperate to put up with these silly, childish stuff, and then allowing this vagrant that was just hanging around the parking lot all evening with other people who don't work there. They're not shopping, they're not putting gas in their vehicles, they shouldn't be hanging out over there. And walking in the store like that while I'm trying to clean up the floor so customers don't slip and fall was important to me. Okay? If I'm going to work somewhere, I think some order and compliance is due here. And I don't think the manager's decision to allow him to do that was professional. So you guys, tell me, what would you do if you were in my position? Yeah, that was an extra income for me for the next 2.5 to 3 months, but I'm not that desperate to put up with this baloney. So I just walked out and I came home. Hey, you guys have a great weekend. I'll be talking to you guys soon. Maybe I'll find another part-time job before I leave. We'll see. You guys have a great evening.
Don't you know